All right, we are officially live. Chat, what's going on? Shout out to everyone tuning into a brand new postseason edition of 27 Outs. I, of course, am Ivan, and as always, alongside my partner in crime here, Stefan. I hope you guys are enjoying these playoffs, man. Like, I know we still have a lot to go, but Stefan and I, we've been enjoying the hell out of him. We've been watching him. We've had several conversations, both in person, over the phone as well, via text, you name it. By the way, sorry for not recording on Saturday. I don't know if any of you guys were, looking forward to that. But for those who did tune in last week, I did tell you guys, well, we did tell you guys that, we were going to be together. And, it felt good to hang out, not have to worry about recording. Not that we don't look forward to it, but listen, man, I told Stefan earlier today, it feels like we in the playoffs ourselves, man, with the amount of content that we've been putting out, with 2 clips per day, especially on the off days. We're now recording more than once a week. As you guys know, we're trying to do 3 shows per week. Last week was 2. We're trying to do the 3 this week. So there's a lot that we still have to unfold, but of course, we are now in the division series. There's a game that may be on the verge of wrapping up any minute now. But Stefan, take it away, bro. How are you feeling? How are you feeling about these playoffs in general? I think I should be asking,
Listen, playoff baseball is beautiful. It's hard to predict, and that's why it makes people like me and you who make predictions look like fools, because we often say, oh, this series is going to end. This series is going to go a certain way. Who knows how all these series go? As long as you're in for a fun ride and you enjoy what it all entails and the stress of it and the chaos of it and the comebacks and all that goodness that is playoff baseball, who are we to tell you who wins and loses? Because you know what? We all win. Nick Castellanos with a double down the line is now 4-2. They are rallying in Philadelphia. Oh, my goodness.
Wait, how many outs are there right now?
There are no outs in the 9th inning. They are
Okay.
rallying in Philadelphia. You said before the show the game was over. The game is not over. The Phillies might actually do this.
There, you blew my spot up. I did say that. I could admit it. I thought that by the time we were going to be a few minutes into tonight's show.
4-3. 2 runs scored. 4-3.
Oh, hell no. Well, I closed it, but thank you. Continue to update me, chat as well, if any of you guys are watching.
Holy crap.
I mean, prove me wrong, right? Because what did I say I wanted out of this series?
He barely got in there second. He barely got in there.
I said I wanted a 5-game series.
Yo, this
so
is
for
crazy.
It to happen, the Phillies are going to have to come back, in this game. But let's see.
First of all, Dave Roberts, let me ask you a question off the rip, because we're just going to analyze this thing as it's happening in real time. Blake Treinen's been blowing leads all year. Somebody want to explain to me why Blake Treinen's in a 3-run game when you're trying to close it out? Where's Roki?
I agree.
Your new closer. Where's he at? Citizens Bank is going crazy right now.
I hope they pull it off, man. I hope they pull it off.
Wow.
Because by the looks of it, it was definitely looking like a 2.
And he's in there. Wow, what a slide by Nick
Castellanos. 2-0 lead for the Dodgers, but not so fast.
Yo, look at that. Playoff baseball is the greatest. It is the greatest. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I love this game. I love this sport. Look at that dugout, bro. That dugout was going crazy. How can you not love this? You're literally getting a watch along right now as this happening. He might be safe.
Yeah, I had it, but I had to. I wanted
bro.
I didn't want to get distracted. I was like, nah. But now that something is happening, it's great for content purposes.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, this is the one thing I'm going to ask you. If the Phillies somehow come back and win this game, just mentally, how much of a lift is that going into Los Angeles, knowing that crowd's going to be up for grabs too? But if you come back and win this game, what a performance wasted, because Blake's now pitched amazing. You wasted his performance. How do you?
He's 2 for 2 so far in these playoffs. By the way,
that's what I'm saying.
He pitched his butt off against the Reds. Now, for those who were probably saying, "Oh, it's just the Reds," Well, guess what? He showed you how to do it against the Phillies here again tonight. So that's 2.
On the road, too. That's not an easy thing to do. Look,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Alex Vesey is coming in this game, and it's Alex Vesey is going to try and close this game out for them. This is insane.
So what's the situation right now? You got no outs, right?
Runners on second and third, no outs.
And it's a 4-3 game?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to come back. I would think you got to come back. All you got to do is put the ball in play.
Yo, that's crazy. And this is the thing I'm going to say. Like, this is why we kill Aaron Boone and all this foolishness. If you're Dave Roberts, somebody want to explain to me why the hell your new supposed closer is not in this game?
Yeah, especially in a 3-run game. That's a save still. Like, he should be up. He should be working right now.
He was up early. The thing is, he was up earlier in the game. He was up in the 8th. He was warming in the 8th inning, bro.
Right.
When they brought in Sharon, it's just a run on second. Thank you, Reza. When they brought in Sharon, he was warming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, how? And even if there's just a run on second, you hit a sac fly deep enough, he's going to get to third. Yo, holy crap. Here's the thing I'm going to ask you, though. Do you pinch run for Castellanos right here? Because he's not the fastest runner. Do you pinch run for him?
For the sake of tying the game, to send it to extras, you have to.
Probably, right?
I know you may want to keep the bat in the lineup, but you have to worry about what's in front of you. And right now, you're down 1.
Bro.
So you might want to bring in a pinch runner, I would say. But these managers, they tend to have a mind of their own.
They do it. See, they follow their analytics, which is freaking stupid. First of all, what a swing by Nick Castellanos to even keep that fair. Holy crap, bro.
Last time I checked, it was 4-1 still. So they've scored 2 more runs since we started the show.
They scored 2 runs. There's a runner on second. Nick Castellanos is still in the game.
Yeah, I mean, things are getting interesting for sure.
Now, right, the question I would ask, and we're going to get to the show in a second. This is just fun. We're just doing this live as it happens. Me and you, we're all about situational ball. If you're Castellanos, you got to get a good secondary lead because if the ball goes through, you got to be able to score. The thing is, you don't want to get picked off, right? Like, if your secondary lead is too far off, you don't want to get picked off because he's not the fastest dude.
Right. So that's why I was listening to you as you speak, and I thought to myself, like, is a secondary lead from a guy like Castellanos even worth it? Because it's not like he's quick anyway.
He damn near got one. Damn near got a secondary right now. Yo, this is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy, bro. Bryson Stott, what you gonna do, bro? He lays down the bunt. They go to third. They get the run at third.
Okay, so now we got run on third
first.
with
run on first. They threw the run out at third. It's just the run on first. That was a bad bunt.
This might be it for Philly then.
Yeah, that was a bad bunt because you bunted it down the third baseline. If you're Bryson Stott in that situation, you got to bunt it more towards the first baseline.
Right.
To make the pitcher have to field the ball and just go to first base.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess what they thought was if you make Muncy field it, maybe Muncy has to come in, but Mookie was right there backing up. Yo, the Dodgers play so
Listen, that could be something. Not that I know this to be true, but I would not be surprised if that's a play that the Dodgers, for example, have worked on in practice on off days.
They're just so.
You got to be ready for situations like that because if you don't prepare, you could easily slip up in a moment like that.
Yeah, like that means that's something they've thought about. Like, yo, if this happens, you be here, you be there. That playoff baseball, bro. Playoff baseball is beautiful.
And it also shows too, right? Like, I know we're talking about it in a positive way because the Dodgers knew what they were doing right when it happened.
Right.
But it also shows when you don't practice those plays and you got the entire infield looking like fools.
Yeah. Oh, wow. They're sending Harrison Bader up in a pinch hitting situation.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing about Harrison Bader. We know he's playing with a groin sprain.
He's hurt, right? Yeah.
We don't know how healthy he is, but it would be Harrison Bader that hits the home run and sends that place into mad hysteria.
Harrison Bader has had a hell of a year, man. Like, for a while, I had always known Harrison Bader to be the guy who was nasty with the glove, but his bat showed up for Philly big time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Harrison Bader was good when he was a Yankee a couple years ago in the playoffs against Cleveland. He went crazy.
I remember.
He
Yeah.
went crazy in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
2-0 on Harrison Bader. 2-0 on Harrison Bader. By the way, boy, there's a tough spot. There's a tough spot because if he's got a groin, you know he's not running well.
I think Philly's done. Can he even swing well too? Like, does it bother him when he swings?
I don't know. Nope, that's the one.
That's another thing worth
That's the
asking
one thing
too.
we haven't figured out. But this is crazy. I'll say this: if Philly loses this game, this series is all but wrapped, kids. Because
Mm-hmm.
you're going back to LA. Down Harrison Bader with the single.
Wow.
Harrison runners on first and second, 1 out.
Who's up now?
Holy crap! Who's coming to the plate? Who is coming to the plate? Now there's a pinch runner coming out for HB, so obviously he's not moving well enough where they feel what a swing, bro.
Let me see. Let me mute my monitor so that you guys don't pick it up on the mic.
You might be ahead of me, bro. You might be ahead of me by like a minute, like maybe 40 seconds, but
right.
What a swing by Harrison Bader.
Anybody else watching this game right now? We got a few of you guys watching the shows. Anybody else?
Weston Wilson's at first base right now.
Okay.
Max Kepler's at the plate. So we'll see his left on left. Let's see what happens here. Ball. First pitch is a ball. Yo, we said we wanted watch-alongs. This is like a form of a watch-along, unintentional, but
right, the final inning.
Jeez, man.
I mean, it would be worth it if they pull it off. Absolutely.
If they pull it off,
able to get that live would be dope for sure.
For sure. Hell yeah. 1-1 count. He just throwing at ball 2. There's people standing at Citizens Bank. There's this one guy pacing back and forth, like doing the rocking like back and forth. Yo, listen, playoff baseball is stressful, man.
Shrek is here. I see you, Shrek. What's up? He said it's getting crazy in Philly.
Runner out at second. There are 2 out, but there's runners on first and third.
Okay.
Who is coming up to the plate right now?
Is what Nick says know. You sound like him watching the Jets.
That sound I don't know if that's a good sound or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh man.
But even what's the crazy thing is, even when things are going haywire for the Dodgers, they still find a way to just make the right play. They don't let it get too big. They don't let it speed up on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the things we talk about when we talk about fundamental baseball, man. Like, all that's fundamentals. That's knowing where you are on the field, who's the base runner in front of you, who's the base runner behind you. Like, that's big to have the presence of mind to be like, all right, I got to go get the play right now.
Yeah.
The play in front of me is the play I got to go get. Big Dog asked, Nick asked, do the Cubs bounce back tonight? And I'm gonna be honest, Big Dog, I don't think so. I think Milwaukee goes up 2-0, and I think that series is.
I would hope they do, Nick. Like, the fact that they're down 1-0 to the Brewers, I'm not surprised, because that game 1, I was sort of giving the Brewers the edge anyway, as I told Stefan, because of Freddie Peralta being on the mound.
Yeah.
So the Cubs are gonna need to win tonight, because if not, I don't think they have a chance.
Speaking of that Cubs Brewers game, you saw Jackson Cheerios in the lineup tonight?
I think he's fine.
I don't know about fine, but
you know what I heard? So while watching this game between the Phillies and the Dodgers, I had heard on the broadcast, and I don't know if any of you guys had picked this up. So apparently, if you're placed on the IL right now, you can't play in the World Series. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you missed the next 2 rounds.
Yo, when I heard that, I was like, hold on. Like, I kind of feel like you got to put that in bold letters somewhere, because people kind of like just gloss over that. That's huge.
Nah, you automatically missed the next 2 rounds, which is crazy.
Wow, man.
Yeah. That's why I don't think Cheerios going on the IL. I don't think I'll be honest. I think if Toronto advances against the Yankees, Chris Bassett's going to be back on the roster, even though he might not be 100%. Just because if he's not, you don't have him for the series if you make it there.
Right, right.
Which is crazy. Citizens Bank going apoplectic right now as Roki Sasaki is warming up.
Why
Bored.
not? It makes no sense. No sense at all. It was already a same situation.
Yeah, he should have been in the game.
He should have been in from the jump, yo.
He should have been
Dave
in the
Roberts, even though they might win still a bad job.
And even if Trey Turner loops a ball over the second baseman's head,
right,
we got a tie game.
Now I know they're off tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in a way, it's not that bad. But the fact that Dave Roberts still had to use this many bullpen options, that's a little problematic for me. Especially when there was no need.
Yes.
No need.
Here's the other thing. You know why it's also problematic, to be honest with you? Is wow, he got out of it.
That's it, right? That's
he got out of it. Dodgers win. Freddie had to scoop it from the dirt. Dodgers win 4-3.
So I'm going to go ahead and start it up and say that Phillies, they're not advancing.
Wow, bro.
I don't care what hope anyone has, whether you're a Philly fan or just someone who supports the show, period. Like,
what a play. Freddie on Philly, the scoop.
Sorry, man. I don't see you guys winning 3 games against what could be the best team in baseball right now in the Dodgers.
And you know what? That just goes to show you that teams like this, not to minimize the regular season because you don't want to marginalize it and minimize it, they don't care, bro. There's like, as long as we're healthy and hot for October, none of it matters. None of it.
I remember earlier in the year, I don't know when exactly, but it was certainly, I would say, like a couple months into the season, and the Dodgers were going through some injuries, right? Like damn near almost the entire rotation was banged up.
3-0 Cubs. 3-run shot. 3-0 Cubs. Seiya Suzuki. See ya.
Wow. There goes your answer, Nick. So I think they might have.
Yo, this guy Seiya Suzuki is hotter than fish grease, bro. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Yo.
I forgot my point, but hopefully it comes back.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
So you said I was during the middle of the season, we were talking about the Dodgers and how we.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So they had a few of their guys in the rotation who were down, right? And I don't remember what exactly we said, but I know we said something along the lines of, could you imagine if, like, come the end of September, come postseason time, everybody would suddenly be healthy? And that's for the most part how it worked out. Like, I know there's still guys down. Right. Even with the amount of dudes who came back for the Dodgers just in time for the postseason, even then they still have guys on the IL, and they're still gonna find a way to make things happen.
That's how you know they're the deepest team in baseball, because they're playing with like 85% of their roster right now, and they still might go back to the series.
Yeah,
which is a credit to the front office, which is a credit to the scouting staff, but it's just, it goes to show you playoff baseball it's more mental than physical, because all these guys are banged up. You're dealing with something. Somebody got a messed up shoulder or elbow or knee. Something's bugging somebody. It's just those teams that are able to get through no matter what the injury is. All right, I'm going to get through and I'm going to make it happen. That's how you know you got a good team. That's how you know you got a playoff team. That's how you know you got a championship level team.
Yeah.
Because nothing bothers those guys. I got a little injury. Remember when we were concerned about Mookie Betts? Yo, Mookie's not healthy. His bat speed looks slow. He looks like Mookie Betts right now. That's why I'll be the first to admit it. It's hard in baseball to live in the moment because there's so much time left. So much season, so many games left to be played that it's kind of hard to live in that. Yo, what we see right now is what we're going to see at the end of the year. Because if you would have told me the Padres would have been eliminated in the wild card round, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
Right, same here.
But then again, the way the Padres have performed the last couple of postseasons, that kind of falls in line with what they've been. Like, you've kind of crapped the bed in a big spot, and credit the Cubs for securing home field advantage, for having the games at Wrigley Field, for using their home field as a way to springboard themselves into this next round. But boy, playoff baseball is and the thing what it does too is you said it. I feel like a player. We feel like players. The way we're recording this month, and we'll be we feel like we're playing the games with these players, right?
Yeah, I haven't missed a game.
So
Literally, I've seen
at
every
that
single
point,
game so far.
at that point, we're in it. We're in the fight with these guys. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be some level of, hey, we're gonna get it wrong too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you have to be okay with that. Because the one analogy I like to use is, hey, if you're 7 out of 10, I mean, if you're 3 out of 10, you're still a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're still hitting a 300 batting average, which is pretty damn good. But it's
So I want to ask you, since we started off with, as the game of course came to an end between the Phillies and the Dodgers, are we going sweep before we move on to another series here, or
you would hope the Phillies got some pride and they don't want to get swept. But boy, you're going back to rowdy Los Angeles with that crowd.
I'm a little disappointed in the Phillies. Not so much for the Dodgers. Obviously, they're not 4-0 in these playoffs. Shout out to them for getting, the job done. But I certainly was expecting to be able to defend them here tonight, hoping that it would be tied 1 apiece, but not so much.
Not
so
so
now
much,
I gotta withhold all of that information because of them being down 2 games to nothing,
See, but what the Phillies, I'm not surprised with though. The Phillies have done this the last couple of postseasons.
Yeah, you said it last week.
They this is what they do. They hype you up. Their best record in the National League, on fire, hot, and then October comes and they fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's just something in that clubhouse that just doesn't connect when it comes to playing in the playoffs. Whether it's the pressures of playing in the playoffs, the teams, of the style of teams that you play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Your style may not translate well because the one thing Philly does is they hit a lot of home runs.
Mm-hmm.
So usually when you do that in the playoffs, that doesn't translate well. It's more of like a contact kind of game that it becomes like get the runner over, move the runner from second to third, hit the sack fly, play the game the way it's meant to be played, and home run. Listen, this is why I believe the Phillies are in this situation. This is why I think the Yankees are in this situation.
Yeah, that's a good example, right?
Because they are so reliant on the home run in the regular season that when you face good pitching that's going to stop that, you have to find other ways to score.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, the Phillies haven't done it, right?
I heard you mention homers, and since we're talking about the Phillies, and, I thought about this while watching the game earlier tonight, obviously before it got out of hand, because for the most part, it was an interesting game on both sides, right? Like Philly was looking like they were matching the Dodgers when it came to damn near every single thing, right?
Yep.
But I heard you say homers, and I'm thinking now, like, damn, I'm a big believer. You're a big believer. So are a lot of people who watch the game. They say that this was the last like serious shot for the Phillies to be able to make it back to a World Series. And I'm starting to wonder, like, yo, does it even make sense to bring back a Kyle Schwarber? Like, if I'm Philly, I'd let him walk. Why bring him back at that price?
So here's the thing, right?
Now they may not see it from that standpoint.
No, they won't. But you make a good point, because if our trajectory only puts us at a certain level, then why do we continue to make the same investments and we're getting the same result?
Right. And that's with him already in the picture.
Right. Yeah. The question I would have though is, or the response to you rather would be, if it wasn't Dave Dombrowski, if it was any other general manager other than Dave Dombrowski, you'd have a point. But I don't know if Dave Dombrowski is going to just adjust on the fly and get rid of a lot of his guys, because Dave Dombrowski's a loyal dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we seen him pay Miguel Cabrera when he was past his prime. We seen him pay V-Mart when he was like entering. Miguel Cabrera was entering his back years.
Right.
V-Mart was already there. Victor Martinez, like he paid a few guys where you're like, that's when that ages, that's gonna be nasty. So he's known for paying guys when it's a little past their prime and when they don't have much left in the tank. And you hope he doesn't double down on that philosophy with Philly, because here's the
And I also wonder too if Phillies, being without Zach Wheeler plays a role
a
in these
huge role.
playoffs too,
Yeah.
because you're without your number one. I mean, they've got some guys, clearly in that rotation, but nothing like a Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, but you know what? If you don't score, it doesn't matter. If you wait till the ninth inning to start waking up and get your offense rolling, it doesn't matter.
Right.
The pitching, what's his name that pitched today?
Jesus Luzardo.
He was awesome today. He was matching Snell inning for inning.
Yeah.
And they both had one hit going into the sixth inning.
Right.
But it wasn't until the Dodgers started to use that, all right, he's going to hang a few. He's a little tired. He's never been in these deep waters before. I'm going to hit a double off the wall. I'm going to single you to death. This one's going to score. By the time you know, we got a full-blown rally, and it's a 4-run game.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are winning the next series. I think it's going to be Dodgers in the championship series, and I can't call it who comes out between these two teams right here, between the Brewers and Cubs quite yet.
I know. That's the interesting part, right?
I can't call that quite yet. And so,
so I know I did pick Cubs in 5, if I'm not mistaken, right? So far, that doesn't look like something that is too bad just yet, right? Especially if the Cubs do come back tonight, and we're looking at the series being tied 1 game apiece.
Yeah.
However, things can change quickly. So
it can, yeah, for real. Listen, this is why I say this all the times too. I think when you got a team that has nothing to lose, because to me the Cubs have nothing to lose. Because everybody said the Brewers should be in the championship series. That roster is way too good. Even with the injuries, it's loaded. You shouldn't have question marks. Excuse me. They should be there. And look, the Cubs are putting up a fight. So, who's to say what actually happens, right? This might be the playoffs that you might get a Toronto-Detroit championship series.
Yeah, man. I thought about it yesterday while I was watching game 2 between the Yankees and the Blue Jays.
You may get.
I said, listen, man, if the Blue Jays do advance, and then that series between the Tigers and the Mariners looking like it could go either way. Listen, the Tigers, they're playing up a fight against Seattle.
No
Shout
doubt.
out to them. Going into that series, I thought their pitching wasn't going to be all that good, but they're doing exactly what they did against the Guardians.
See, but here's the thing. You can do that in the American League, I think. You do that against the Dodgers, you're getting smoked out of here. You could do it against everybody in the American League.
Right.
Because we've said it all year. The American League is the inferior league.
True.
So you can survive the AL. Can you survive the Dodgers, the gauntlet that is the Dodgers, and whoever they beat?
Right.
That's going to be tough. Brewers putting a rally together. Wow.
Okay. So what's the score of that game right now?
3-0 Cubs, but Brewers got runners on first and second with 2 outs in the first inning.
And also, too, now that we're talking about these two teams, I don't know if any of you guys felt this way, for those of you who have been watching most of these games, but the fact that the Cubs are down in this series, not a surprise, because I was technically already giving that game 1 to the Brewers, considering Freddie Peralta being on the mound for them, thinking that would be a game that they have to win if they're going to be serious about winning the series. And they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. So
they won it, but not in that way, though.
The offense really showed up. Hold up now. They look like they didn't have time off. Like they just been playing games every damn day.
And this is why, to me, Craig Counsell got too cute. You got way too cute going with Matthew Boyd. After Matthew Boyd just gave you a hell of a start 3 days before, for you to double down, that's kind of arrogant.
Right. He was not on normal days rest. He wasn't.
Yeah, for you to kind of double down on that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know if you just felt like, let's get him to the 3rd, maybe the 4th, but Milwaukee didn't even let him get that far.
Yeah.
30 pitches in the first. They're like, yo, come get your mans, bro.
Right.
Come get your mans. And so, like, this is the beauty of it, man. Like, I tell people all the time, like, baseball players are the one players that you can't predict nothing. You can't predict nothing. Because what we think is going to happen is going to be completely opposite of what actually will happen.
I tell people all the time, right? Especially for those who don't watch the game of baseball as much as we do.
Yeah.
Baseball is the one sport on any given day. Now, not to say that it doesn't happen in other sports, but it does not happen as often as it
Not as
does
frequently. Yeah.
in the case of baseball. Baseball is the one sport where on any given day, you can have one of the worst teams take out what should be the best team.
Yeah.
Literally,
Mm-hmm.
straight up, just like that. And the one
Mm-hmm.
thing that you like to point out always, Stefan, when things like that do happen, is the fact that all of these guys are professionals at the end of
They're,
the day.
they're pros, man. They're pros. And the thing that I love about the game is that pros are going to be pros, right? Like we're sitting here asking the question, did the Cubs just rebound? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Because I think Andrew Vaughn just hit a rocket in the gap. And yeah, we're having fun in Milwaukee right now, boys and girls. Let's see on this 3-2 pitch.
Are they in the what is it, bottom of the first?
Andrew Vaughn has just tied this baseball game.
3-3?
3-run shot, Andrew Vaughn.
Holy cow. Yo, Nick, I don't know, man.
Wow.
I know I said that you may have gotten your answer, but I think I want to take that back.
This is
I don't
why
think
you
so.
this is see, but this is the type of game that getting off this chat is going to be extremely difficult because I'm locked in right now.
Right.
Here's one thing you got to notice.
I know Shrek is happy because the Brewers, I'm not forgetting Shrek. I'm going to give you credit, especially the deeper they get into these playoffs. But
crazy.
Shrek is one guy who, since day one of October, he was like, yo, I got Brewers making it to the World Series.
You looking like a smart man right now, brother.
I got to give it to him. I haven't really heard anybody else say that.
Crazy,
so,
bro. Listen,
shout out to you, Shrek.
This is why baseball is the best. Andrew Vaughn was on the White Sox. Looked like he couldn't get out of his own way. He was the guy looked Lord. Correct counsel looking stressed in the face right now.
Different atmosphere now, though.
Looking Lord,
you know.
And this guy, Andrew Vaughn, just came into Milwaukee and lit it up on fire. Right. Like he was on fire for them. In the second half, when they acquired him, he hit like 11 homers in like 40 games. He went crazy, bro. And I'm like, you know who he reminds me of? Steve Pearce. Remember Steve Pearce a couple years ago with the Red Sox that he went crazy?
Yeah.
That's Steve Pearce-esque right there. Because nobody expected you to do what you just did. And look at that place.
Yeah.
Look at that place. Yo, I love it.
Cubs are in trouble, man, honestly.
If you don't win tonight, it might be curtains because even though you're going back to Chicago,
right?
Who's to say Milwaukee can't win a game in Chicago?
And the thing is, too, right? Even if the Cubs were to make this series interesting, right? And let's say they somehow were to tie it up, do you really want to have to face Freddie Peralta again? You want Milwaukee to do that to you? You want them to pull him out again? I'm just saying.
And all I'm gonna say is
because in a 5-game series, there's a chance that you're probably gonna see him again if they have to.
Here's a question for you though: when does Pat Murphy go to Jacob Mizorowski? Right. When is the Jacob Mizorowski lever pulled? Because boy, that's tough.
So speaking of Mizorowski, has there been like any signs in terms of like how Milwaukee wants to use him? Is he a starter?
More than likely, he's going to be out of the bullpen. He's going to be out of the bullpen. More than likely,
probably maybe,
long
right?
man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Probably long man. The question I have though is like, what type of long man is he? Is he the long man when you're down by 4 and you're just trying to stay in the game so your offense can come back, or is he the long man that comes in to get a few outs to save to get you to the back end of the bullpen? Sort of like when he eats up a couple of innings, he throws multiple, because remember, he's a starter by trade.
Yeah.
So you can get multiple innings out of him. It's just a matter of how you go about using him. Boy, it's tough. And
yeah, but him being a starter and not having to go deep into games, and you just basically tell him like, listen, man, go 2-3 innings and leave it all out there.
Air it out. Yeah.
That's scary to face.
It's a scary proposition because if he knows, listen, I don't got to preserve nothing, I don't got to conserve energy, I could just get out here and fire, then that's what you have to do. And that's the beauty of how you can mix and match these rosters, mix and match the lineups. And the thing is, too, like, I wonder, you just talked about Colin Ray. I wonder if Shota has a bad start or Shota continues to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Does Craig Counsell go to Colin Ray just to get you some innings to get you to a game 3?
Right.
Trying to preserve the bullpen or whatever's left of it before the series
Well,
is
there's gonna be a game 3. The issue is, are you going into game 3 tied, or are you
or down
going
2-0?
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So say it hits a home run, and then Andrew Vaughn says, "Nah, hold that home run."
Could you imagine Brewers Dodgers in the NLCS like that? That seems very possible.
Right now, it seems likely, but just as we say it seems likely, we'll both be proven wrong, and something crazy will happen, and we'll be here for the next show. How stupid do we look? Because we said it was going to go this way. You know what I'm saying?
Now, for now, I'm still riding with my pick. I got Cubs, pulling through, but who knows?
Hey man, Milwaukee's making you have to rethink that pick. Shrek with an interesting question. It could be.
No, well, actually,
Could be.
right.
Could be. Because everybody, if the Cubs lose
I
tonight,
don't think so, because that would be crazy if you really think about it. Because that means Yankees get swept. That means Phillies get swept. That means
the Cubs get
the
swept.
Not to say that it can't happen, right? But that'd be pretty bad if not only for baseball fans, but for the game of baseball. Like, damn, already.
See, but this is why, to me, I don't think none of these series are over yet. Even the Dodger Phillies series, I don't think it's over yet, because these teams are just they're used to getting punched in the face, bro. Like, the good teams, they're good for a reason. They've been here before. You've been on losing streaks, bro. It's not like this is foreign for us. You know what I'm saying? The question is, how do you handle being punched in the face? Like, Seattle got punched in the face and they responded. You know what I'm saying? And they beat Scooble, which we all thought Scooble was going to be the game that the Tigers won. And Jorge Polanco had other plans, hit 2 balls bridge.
I mentioned him on one of the shows last week. I said, outside of some of the guys like in that Seattle lineup that we already know of, that Seattle lineup is deeper than a lot of people think. And
it is.
Jorge Polanco. Listen, the fact that he did it one time was more than enough for me. But not only did you do it once, you did it twice against Tariq Skubal. What?
I'm throwing $1 billion up there.
I mean, who does that?
Yeah, he does, obviously.
They also did say, I heard, that when it comes to everyone in the Seattle lineup, Jorge Polanco has the most experience against Tariq Skubal. So I guess when it comes to game 2 of that series, experience just so happened to win.
Yeah, it's baseball's weird, man. It's a weird game. It's tough. You can't call it. You know who I feel really bad for, man? I feel really bad for Brandon Woodruff, because I would love to know what's going through his mind right now.
I know, right? And he was already hurt early this year. He had
coming back from Tommy John, yeah.
Yeah, he looked all right. I was like, damn, this is perfect timing, not only for him, but for this
the playoff
team
in general,
run that the Brewers want to go on. And then we found out, but not just with the Brewers, right? I think some of these other series, like, Brian Wu, not on the roster for the Mariners. When it comes to the Blue Jays, we found out they were without Bo Bichette, Chris Bassett, no Max Scherzer. It's tough all around. I don't think any team could really sit here and use we didn't have our guys excuse.
Yeah.
Because not every team has their guys. So.
Right. And the one team that does have their guys is in an 0-2 hole and making excuses for themselves.
Who's that?
The Yankees.
Oh, okay.
So before we get to the Yankees, I just want to do this. You know what the socials are right now at this point, right?
Follow us all over, folks.
Like, do we gotta even go through it at this point?
TikTok, Twitter, IG,
all that.
Comment, subscribe. You
know
what it is.
Come on, you already know. Like,
you found it, or
I'm looking for it right now. Here we go. Yeah, follow us. You know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the share button, all that goodness.
Especially if you want to interact with us on off days, right? Because we're not here.
For sure. Listen, ain't gonna be too many off days though. We'll be right back We
Yeah,
probably
we'll be back in a couple days.
be right back in a couple days, but it's time for the main event. It's time to tell the truth. Stop me if you think I'm going to say something crazy. I'm a Yankee fan. Let me just start off by saying we're both Yankee fans. But I hope to God they lose that series tomorrow. And you know why? Because you can't do what they did at the end of game 2. Do you hear the foolishness coming from the Yankees and coming from that clubhouse about, oh, they're stealing our signs and they have our pitches timed? And yo, fam, how about the chicken dances you were doing off of second base when you were timing up Max Scherzer's breaking ball? All is fair in all. That's all fair. As long as nobody's pulling out cameras and we ain't doing nothing illegal with technology, you are just getting your behind whooped and you got to accept said fact.
I told you it comes off as a little hypocritical. It's fine when you do it, but not fine when others do it.
It comes off as you're soft. You know you might be going home, so you're looking for any little excuse to make yourself feel better about going home.
Yeah.
Here's the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, no, that series is not over yet, Shrek. It's not over yet.
You got to tell us why. You got to tell Shrek why. You got to tell me.
I'm going to tell you why. Because when have the Toronto Blue Jays actually finished off anything? The Toronto... I was going to use an analogy, but it's not appropriate.
Well, when it comes to finishing things off, I had thought that coming into these playoffs, the only thing that they were going to finish with was winning the American League East and nothing more than that.
Listen.
Now, as you said, the series isn't over just yet.
No.
However, things are working in their favor.
For now. But here's the reality of it. The reality of it is you still have to, which is stupid, Shrek. I'm going to be on. That's soft. That's soft. And this is coming from 2 Yankee fans. That is insane.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were just talking about.
That makes me lose respect for the players on the team. Because if we're going to sit here and make the excuse of, oh, they're stealing our signs, they're on top of us, they know what's coming. Pitch better. Make better pitches. Don't put Luke Weaver in the game that you absolutely need to have, Aaron Boone. They're losing the series themselves. But I just want to say for the record, it's not over because I've seen Toronto crap the bed in big spots. It's what they do. So until they close the series, which is probably most likely going to be tomorrow because Shane Bieber's looking like Shane Bieber of like 4 years ago, which is fine. You still got to go out there and win another game. And the thing about the Blue Jays is we've had questions about whether the Blue Jays can actually do what it takes to get the job all the way completed. We haven't seen it yet until I see the final out, until I see them popping champagne in the Yankee Stadium clubhouse, celebrating on the Yankee Stadium field. This thing ain't over yet. Just like the other series ain't over yet either. Because who knows? Maybe Philly says they wake up. You know the smelling salts that the trainer puts the smelling salts in you? Who knows?
Right.
It looks over. It looks over. I understand what it looks like.
If I had to say who's got a shot, now that, it's more than one team that's down 0-2, I think the Yankees, in terms of who they're having to go up against.
I think they got the best shot out of everybody. Yeah, I think they got the best shot out of everybody.
One thing I did want to say, because you did mention Shane Bieber, while doing some research, while preparing for tonight's show. So Shane Bieber has pitched against the Yankees 5 times in his career. He's 2-1 with a 4 ERA. So the Yankees tend to hit Shane Bieber pretty well.
They hit him well. And then here's the other thing. Let's just go through it. I'm not saying the Yankees are going to win the series. What I'm doing for you guys is presenting another way where it might not be a wrap. Who's starting game 4 for the Blue Jays? Do we know who starts game 4 for them yet? Is that out? Nobody knows.
Let me double check. I don't think it's out, but I'll double check right now.
While I understand the point of it being over, it looks over. The Yankees, although the offense did wake up in garbage time last night, at some point, it may be over. And you have to come to grips with the idea that it may be over as a Yankee fan.
They don't have it out yet, by the way.
They don't have it listed. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If the Yankees somehow win game 3, Toronto's going bullpen game 4.
Right, most likely.
Advantage Yankees automatically off the rip. Advantage Yankees.
Because of how they've looked so far against Toronto's bullpen,
Right. So what I'm saying to you is, if we go back to Toronto for a game 5, boy, that's when the fun starts. Because now Toronto feels the pressure of we gotta get this done. We gotta go home. We gotta do this. We can't lose this. This will be epic. If we collapse and blow this, we can't go. They might not let us back through customs for next season. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to get it done. And look, at this point, Toronto looks like the better team. Vladdy looks like the star that's come to play. I'm not here to deny it. Anybody that says differently is just a Yankee fan and is not being objective to what they're seeing. Toronto looks like the better team. Dalton Varsho is playing out of his mind. George Springer hit a home run yesterday. Alejandro Kirk is tearing up the end. Listen, this could all be over tomorrow night.
Right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if we're going back the other way, saying, hold up. Yankees got 2 at the stadium. We're coming back for game 5. And now we've hit Kevin Gausman in the past.
Right.
Why can't we hit him now?
Let me say this now. If it does go the other way, right, and the Yankees win both games in the Bronx, they got to go back to Toronto for a game 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think these 2 things absolutely have to happen, right? I'm going to take it one game at a time, obviously, right?
As you should.
Toronto has been able to score first in both games, 1 and 2.
Yep.
If the Yankees are going to be serious about winning tomorrow, game 3, you got to strike first. None of this playing from behind. None of this allowing the Blue Jays to score a few runs. Because if you let them get out in front far enough, you just might not be able to, catch up. And yesterday, while they did make it interesting, once, Toronto did go to their bullpen, at that point, look at the amount of runs that you had already allowed them to score. That's what you have to avoid. You got to be able to get to their starters.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, Shane Bieber might be the best starter. Listen, no disrespect to Kevin Gausman. That Kiki Savage that stuff is all world. That splitter's filthy. I'm still having PTSD of that thing.
Yo, I thought it was Cam wearing a Blue Jays uniform.
It was, but this is to use a phrase, right? And I'm gonna do this here. There's a phrase in the Bible that says, I used it on my Instagram story, a child shall lead them. And basically what it means is that it's a young man's game, right? Like, they got the faith to go out there no matter what the situation is. It's the grizzled veterans that ask, yo, can we do this? Can we come at? The kids are like, yo, just jump on my back, bro. Let's have some fun. I'm going to go out there and do my thing. We going to be all right. Because they don't know no better, right? The kids got the blind faith that you like, hold up, bro. Wait, what you just said? You going to go out there and throw a no-hitter damn near. What? And then they do it, and then you're like, hold up.
Right.
That's crazy. But that's the beauty of the innocence, the not knowing. There's a saying, ignorance is bliss, right? So at some point, like, we got to know, Savage never seen the Yankees before. So he was like, hold up, the big bag Yankees. Everybody's talking. Yeah, I never seen a splitter like mine before. Hold that.
And his parents were in the building for it too.
That's a beautiful thing, bro.
Right.
Yankee fandom aside, this is why I love baseball.
Yeah.
Because while I want the Yankees to win, I wanted that kid to go 7 innings, dominate, shut us down, and have an epic performance. Because, listen, Yankee fandom aside, and to all you TikTok commenters, oh, take the hat off. You're not worthy to wear it. You picked against them. Take a poop with your pants on.
By the way, follow us on TikTok, guys.
take a full-blown poop with your pants on.
All right.
Full-blown poop. Don't gotta be here to appease your fandom. Go away. Take a full-blown poop with your pants on. Don't care what you think. Thank you for watching the clip, but could give a goddamn about your fandom and what you think. Truthfully, we have to start calling this down the middle. If Toronto wins the series, guess what? It's good. They're representing a whole country.
And they're better than most people thought, too.
Yes. So why don't we just give them the love? Yo, y'all deserve it. You won the series. Congrats to you. I can't hate. You won the series, bro.
Okay, speaking of Toronto, there is another thing I want to get into. There's so much to unfold, not only in this series, but I mean, we've gotten into everything, but the fact that we have been able to really get into everything in just 50 minutes is remarkable. Shout out to us, man. But Vladdy Jr., right? That's another thing that I have to see. Now,
Another
you
subplot.
presented this to me when we were watching what was it? Game
Game
2,
one.
right?
Game one
at your place?
Yeah, game one was
Game
at my
1 at
place.
your place.
Mhm.
And I quickly caught on to the fact that Vladdy was going to have a series for the ages. And 2 games in, he's exactly where he needs to be if that's going to happen,
Yeah,
right?
he's doing it. Yeah, exactly.
You pointed out something to me during that game, actually. You said that the Yankees have to find a way to pitch around him.
Yo,
And I think if you're going to have any shot at even winning just one game, forget coming back and forcing the game 5. Even if you're going to win one game in this series,
yeah, you got to
you
attack
got
him.
to come up with some type of solution for Vladdy Jr. Because I told you this earlier today, Stefan. I know the Blue Jays lineup has been rocking and rolling. Like, damn near everything is working their way.
No doubt.
But the way Vladdy Jr. has been playing, man, like he himself looks like he could sweep the Yankees.
He's gonna will them to the series win.
Yeah.
Right. But this is where in your hitters meeting before the game, you're going up to Los and everybody on that staff going, yo, I don't care if his runners on first and second. I'm putting up 4 fingers. We loading up the bases because Alejandro Kirk can hit into a double play. If Alejandro Kirk hits a ball in the gap, we deserve to lose the game. That dude wearing number 27, the opposing jersey, if he gets a swing off, we done. You're treating him like Barry Bonds for the next 4 at-bats. Yeah. He's not getting a pitch to see. You could literally live on first base for all I care. Hell no. If you want to chase out of the zone because you're over anxious, you want to make something happen, good for you. It is up to the Yankees to treat Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as if, yo, you know what? We're not going to let you beat us. And the other thing I would say too, and I'm not advocating for hurting anybody, so don't misconstrue what I'm going to say. You know what the problem is too? They're not pitching him inside enough. If a changeup gets away, because you don't want to hit him with a fastball or anything too crazy with anything, because I'm a fan. I want to see Vladdy out there healthy, doing his job. But if a changeup so happens to hit him in his hip pocket or gets up under the wrist and he got a corkscrew out of the way, that's fine. We playing baseball. You are not going to extend your arms over the plate and run it like you run the damn thing. Nah, we pitching you different now.
So you're down, or you would like the Yankees to do whatever it takes to take the bat out of his hand.
That's it. Okay. That's it.
Right.
Because if they lose the series and he doesn't beat you, you deserve to lose. Mm-hmm. Either way, you deserve to lose for pitching to him. You morons.
You know, speaking of Vladdy Jr., I don't know if too many of you know about this. I know, for my Spanish-speaking folks, you might be aware of this. But there's this Spanish podcast. They have a lot of baseball players, Latinos, specifically, who come on and they tell stories about their career, things that we've never even thought of. Mm-hmm. But Vladdy Jr., he actually appeared on one. I don't know when exactly it was. Might have been last year, earlier this year, whenever it was. But the Yankees actually came up as a topic. And for those who don't actually understand Spanish, what he actually says in response to one of the things that, was brought to his attention was that he really loves playing against the Yankees. Like, he gets a feeling like never before. And he even demonstrates like he looks forward to taking out the Yankees every single time. Yeah. And boys, he's showing that,
And that's what you're supposed to do when you're a killer. Look, and I also want to put another narrative to bed. We put narratives to bed tonight. If you got any criticism of Aaron Judge throughout this series, I need you to go home. Go home. You don't know baseball. No, seriously, go home. Turn the show off. Turn the stream off. Do what you got to do. Hit the unsub. I don't give a goddamn. Go home.
See us later this week.
Yo, dog, I'm not joking. 444 batting average. The guy has an OPS over 1,000.
Yeah.
What do you want the guy to do, bro?
8 hits in 5 games.
Yo, bro, and don't give me the one at bat where he struck out. Because guess what? Giancarlo did the same thing 2 at bats later. Looked like a fool. Cody Bellinger ain't done jack. Trent Grisham ain't done jack. Giancarlo ain't done jack. Jazz Chisholm, I don't know where the hell you are. You ain't done nothing, but you did a lot of talking, though. If anybody got a criticism of the big fella, it is me and you. And this is from somebody who criticized them early in the year for like, oh, you're not showing up. He's showing up right now.
Right.
Everybody, oh, but where the home runs at? Why got to be home runs? This is a guy that couldn't get out of his own way in the playoffs last year.
Right. He couldn't put the ball in, not only in play, but get on base as much as he has so far this playoffs.
And at what point do we start to look at him and be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe it's just the team around you that failed you, bro. Maybe the teams around you aren't as good as we thought they were. Like, because you can't hit over 400 with an OPS where his OPS is and say it's his fault. You sound crazy. And this is from somebody who killed. You remember when I killed him?
Yeah.
You remember when I killed him?
I don't have anything negative
and it's
to
like,
say about Aaron Judge.
And it's like, yeah, is he doing it how Jeter would do it? No, but they're two different players. At that point, we got to have a real conversation. Like, what do you really expect from the dude? You want him to hit 7 home runs? That's not feasible. It's up to everybody else to step up and contribute, right?
But you know what they start asking though, right? What's the sense in? And I know this is coming. I know over the next few days before we come here later this week with our second video of the week, at least one person's gonna say it. Well, what's the point of hitting 50+ home runs in the regular season when you can't even hit one in the playoffs?
What does it matter?
Right.
What does it matter if he's swinging for the fences, striking out all the damn time? When you want him to make contact and have the pitcher putting more stress on the pitcher to have to make perfect pitches to get him out, y'all sound crazy, bro. Because last year you were killing him because he wasn't producing. This year you're gonna kill him because he's only hitting singles. What is it?
Hey, you can never do enough.
Yo, fam, like enough, bro.
It's a lose-lose situation.
It's like, and then if he goes out there tomorrow, hits 2 homers, gets the crowd going, oh, that's the Judge I want to see. Now y'all back on his, you know what I mean?
I mean, I listen, I think he's been performing okay. Well, I would say, right, compared to what he's done in the past.
Only thing
I would love for him to get things rolling like that in the first.
I got you, but the only thing I would say is that his arm is clearly a problem in right. They're taking advantage. They're taking the extra base because they know his arm is not healthy. The other thing I'm going to say is you can't misplay that Dalton Varsho double last night into the corner where it gets by you and he's circling the bases and you're looking like, what the hell? You're one of the best outfielders in the game and you look like an amateur on that play. That would be my only criticism. And everybody says, oh, but he struck out with the bases loaded. He went fishing. But listen, the dude worked the 3-2 count. He was up there taking pitches. At some point, he has to take the bat off his shoulder. He's the one guy that's responsible because if they lose, guess what? They're killing him. Right? It's like, that's why I can't even imagine the pressures of a Kobe Bryant or an MJ or a Judge or a Bryce Harper or even a Shohei. Like, that pressure is so insane, bro. Yeah. I can't even imagine.
You can't have any off days because
I can't even imagine, bro.
You have one hiccup, they are down your throat, especially in the playoffs.
And like the thing I don't like is that he'll have 2 good games in New York. We'll come back, the series will be tied, and the moment something goes wrong, it's around. Oh, he's a bum. He's this. He's that. I'm like, yo, fam. Speaking of Jacob Mizorowski's in the game.
Okay, there we go.
He's in the game. So, like, you can't have it both ways. Right. You either got to let the brother have his moment. You got to let him go through his paces. Listen, Emilio made a great point when he was at the house with us the other day. Barry Bonds went through the same thing. By the way, first pitch out the shoot, 103 on the inside corner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it wasn't, and I know what conversation you're talking about. It wasn't until the year where they went to the World Series against
where Barry went off. Yeah,
right.
When Barry went off, and I'm like, yo, I get it. I get the whole, this is the moment you got to step up. But everybody else around him has to step up too.
Yeah, I think that's the most
That's the
important
biggest
thing.
problem. Like
I could really disregard Judge right now, and I don't mean that in a negative
no,
way, but he doesn't even have to be brought up in the conversation when we
to
talk about
me,
what the Yankees aren't doing right now.
exactly. To me, he's the only one that gets a pass. Everybody else is under the microscope. Giancarlo, where you at? Jazz Chisholm, where you at? Him and Anthony Volpe are the two best players on the team right now.
Anthony Volpe has looked good so far these playoffs. Yeah,
You can't, and they're but he strikes out too much. But I don't care. When the lights are the brightest, this young fella is coming up big, making defensive stops, doing his job. Nobody else on this team is doing nothing right now. Giancarlo, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he petered out because he got off to a hot start. I don't know what happened. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. The criticism of Aaron Judge is some BS.
yeah, you gotta chill, folks.
You gotta stop.
For anyone who comes across the show and you
gotta
got
stop.
to this point, if you know of somebody who's really hard on Aaron Judge, like previous season,
you gotta stop. You gotta
put a stop to it.
You sound crazy. You gotta stop because here's the thing. Let's play this forward. Vladdy's been unbelievable, right? And Ken Rosenthal, you're a bum. I'm gonna say it, and I love Kenny.
What the hell's going on here? We firing shots.
Yes. Somebody clip this up and send it to Ken Rosenthal. You're a bird.
So this is new to me because I don't know where you're going with this.
So he dead said in an article today, oh, Aaron Judge hasn't had his postseason moment yet. Vladdy's out here having all the moments. I'm like, yo, my boy, he hit a grand slam off of Will Warren. You could have hit the grand slam off of Will Warren. Will Warren has not shown that he could get a big out if his life depended on it. Do we not forget the home run he hit against Emmanuel Clase last year in the playoffs? He hit a home run in the World Series. Vladdy hasn't done that yet. For all the bad that he's done, like we forget the home run he hit in the wild card game in Oakland. He hit a big home run in Houston a couple years ago. Like, can we stop? It's not like the guy completely disappear. He doesn't completely disappear. He doesn't do it enough to where Yankee fans are like, oh my God.
Right.
But he has his moments, bro. And who's to say tomorrow he doesn't go out there, hit 2 home runs in the first 3 innings, and the place is going crazy? What do you say then, Ken Rosenthal? Did he have his moment yet? You dummy. You dummy. And I like Kenny, but you sound foolish.
Right.
Oh, he hasn't had his big. He's hitting over 400. What are you saying? Also, Giancarlo Stanton with all but Giancarlo's had fiery meetings with the team. You can have all the fiery meetings you want to, Giancarlo, but it don't mean worth the damn if you're hitting 190. I don't care. You can have a fiery meeting, then you got to go out there and perform. I don't want to hear it.
Lead by example, right?
Yes.
That's how you get it done.
And Ivan, you remember, was not killing Aaron Judge 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Was I not killing him?
Mm-hmm. Especially when he should have came up big in certain situations when they were playing, some of these teams that are in the playoff picture.
It doesn't, you know what? That don't matter either. Because that means everybody around him's not doing their job.
Yeah.
That's
Cash, by the way, shout out to Cash. Cash is we have a mutual friend. Actually, no. Is this King Cash? So I know a Cash through one of my friends, but this might be a Cash that has already been here before, right?
This is the Dodger fan.
Okay, I thank you for reminding me. I take back what I was about to say.
What's up, King?
I was thinking about something else. But yeah, Cash, I disagree with you because what Stefan just said is what really matters here, because the rest of the Yankee lineup hasn't shown up. So how are you going to sit here and say that what Aaron Judge is doing right now means nothing?
Because it's down. It's not his fault that Max Fried laid an egg. It's not his fault Luis Hill was throwing beach balls down the middle. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? And if you point to that strikeout, that's a weak argument. That's weak.
Right.
Because Giancarlo struck out right after him. I mean, and I was killing them early in the season, bro. Right. 2 months ago, I was like, yo, this dude, That's how true it is. Killing him.
Mm-hmm.
I can't kill him right now. Now, if he goes 0 for 4 tomorrow with 4Ks and they get blown out again and he disappears at home, then we might have a different conversation.
Right. Then I might highlight your comment there, King Cash. I might put it in bold letters for all of us to reread.
I'll reshare the post. I don't have no problem.
Yeah, what Ray said is true. The lineup is garbage right now. Absolutely.
Hitting 400 at I don't care if you're at the YMCA playing baseball. You hitting 400, bro.
Right.
And you're doing it against the best pitchers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. What are we saying?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think so. I don't think Ohtani gets that type of pressure in the way that Judge does, bro. I don't think so.
Now, you're a Dodger fan, so you may see it a little differently than we do, which is fine. We don't want to discredit what you see and what you hear and how you feel, but
you know, now that you say that, Stefan, that's a good point. I'm glad you said that. So, King Cash, with you being a Dodgers fan, now I could be wrong, but after hearing what Stefan just said, is that the case? Like, you know, when the Dodgers go through rough stretches, you know, whether it be in the postseason, whether it be in the regular season, of course, is that what, you know, you guys hear or have to deal with? Like, oh, Ohtani ain't showing up. Ohtani this, Ohtani that. Because like Stefan said, maybe we don't know over here on the East Coast.
Maybe we're not reading in the situation.
Now,
as well as
I would tell you, it doesn't seem like that over here. So that's where, you know, my perspective, or ours at least, comes from.
Well, looks could be deceiving because he could be getting it.
Yeah, it could be a different vibe depending on where you live in the country. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Plays a role.
Like, but he also got 3 MVPs that are in their prime that are like killing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie went crazy in the World Series last year.
And by the way, since you brought up Ohtani, King Cash, what a game one for him.
My God.
I was not expecting that. 6 innings out of Ohtani? No way.
And he looked nasty too.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, this is the time when you gotta show up, you know, and the fact that he did it, was I a little surprised, as I said? Yes, but it's Shohei Ohtani, man. You know, I guess he lives for the moment. He really does. Right. And Mookie, we actually were talking about that earlier tonight. Yeah, Mookie has stepped up in a way that he didn't really do for the Dodgers during the regular season, but who cares about that when he's doing this now?
In the playoffs, yeah. Mookie's won championships, though, bro. That's why he's one guy you don't worry about. He's won one in Boston. He's won 2 here. Like, his regular seasons almost get a pass. Like, you could be whatever you want in the regular season. Just when the lights flicker, when the calendar turns to October, you're that player that we once knew you to be at that point. Like,
I do want to ask King Cash this before we go. Are you surprised at the fact that, you know, the Dodgers are up 2-0? Like, did you think that the Phillies were going to make this a little more competitive, or were you expecting this to turn out to be this way? Because we had some Dodgers fans on TikTok, I believe, say that the Dodgers were going to sweep. I didn't want to go as far as to say that, but it's possible.
They looking like that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mookie might be asleep, but yeah, no, his bat was good today. Hit a big single in the gap to get the rally, you know, the middle of the rally. So listen, they're pros at the end of the day, man. The Dodgers full of champions. You got Freddie over there. Will Smith had a big hit today. Tommy Edman was in the middle of it. Kike's a postseason monster. I don't know what he turns into.
Kike strikes like every game, it feels like, man.
Yeah, the dude.
And I don't understand how. Now, it could be tough, especially when he's in the middle of a lineup that features so many really good players.
You got to pitch them. You're not going to pitch to Ohtani, Freddie, or Mookie.
Yo, it's time that teams start to come up with a game plan just to get Kike Hernandez out, because he's that dude in October. Yes, you came a little later, King Cash, but we did start off tonight's show saying that same exact thing, literally.
Yeah.
What are you mixing and matching for when you could have just gone to the guy to open
Roki straight up? Yeah, and you got a day off tomorrow, and you had a day off yesterday. That's a little bit of over management, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
King Cash, by the way, you gotta introduce some other Dodgers fans to the show, man, because
Yeah,
you
man,
rock
for
with
real.
us, we rock with you. I don't know if you got any other,
Listen,
friends who are really into baseball, but share the show with them,
for sure, man. Listen, we don't discriminate. Dodger fans, whoever you are, come in. We'll have a convo with you.
I can't believe I forgot about him for a second, dude. I needed that reminder. You know
That's
what?
how.
Some of you guys do go away, but at the end of the day, especially with a guy like King Cash, I appreciate, some of you guys always come back. So,
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for
mhm.
stopping in tonight. It really means a lot. Yeah, but let's get to couple of these chats real quick as King Cash gathers his thoughts. We already mentioned that point with Shrek.
Strike says he can't wait for the Cancun World Series, Yankees versus Phillies. I mean, listen, it fits the title of
That's
tonight's
funny.
video. Speaking of Cancun, did you guys see Juan Soto's Instagram story the other day?
Which is insane. You saw
He
that?
actually went to Cancun. Now, I know where he's staying, is a little different, and maybe very few people go there, but
Yeah.
what a way to troll people.
I mean, really.
Yeah, that's how you know Juan Soto's on social media. He might not be saying anything, but he's watching.
What it shows me is he just don't care, bro.
I mean, how do you care when your checks are,
As big as
unlimited?
his are, right? He don't give a shit.
For real.
No. No.
Nah, I the reason why I say, well, I understand the comment, King Cash, but here on the East Coast, dude, we've been saying that for years. Stefan and I are two people who've already moved on from that because we just know it's not going to happen.
Why
Now,
waste your
it'll
breath?
come up again. It is going to come up again. Will it happen? Doubt it, bro. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then who do you bring in here to replace him, though, at that point?
Right. That's
800 million to Mr. Plus is crazy.
That's tough.
Tough. It don't matter. Even if they guess swap, he's still not getting fined.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Holy Contreras, Willie Contreras home run, Brewers lead 4-3. That was a bomb.
You know what? We're not going to be here for the full game, but I think by the time this game is over tonight, I think it's Brewers up 2-0. Wow. I really think so.
That shit was a bomb.
I really think so.
The Brewers might be proving me wrong because I thought the injuries are gonna do them in. So, anyway, guys, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you. Before we go, we just want to remind you again, put the socials up on the screen so you guys can know where to follow us and do all that goodness.
Oh wow, King Cash with an interesting comment there.
Wait, I deleted the socials by mistake, but we'll get them. We'll get them back up.
Okay. He says he doesn't want to see the Brewers because they got heart. How about that?
Wow. Nah, you don't want to see the Brew. That's crazy, bro. You running from the smoke, King? Not the almighty Dodgers running from the smoke.
I have you guys still beating the Brewers though, if it's them.
Big Joe, what's up, baby?
Joey, what up? Yo, you still on your he was scratching in college, right? Was he used to mess around with that stuff?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You still doing that, bro? I mean, nobody really knows about that unless you really know, but
you know what I mean?
I'm asking because I know.
Yeah, for sure. No, by the way, we'll get the socials back up here at some point. I deleted the thing by mistake. So
damn, are you that excited? The Yankees ain't coming back in 5, bro. They not.
No, I mean, who knows?
Don't get too happy, bro.
Me? Nah, series is over.
No, I made that as a joke, but I'm saying because you deleted the social.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to show it before we got out of here. But
you showed it, all right.
My fat fingers deleted it by mistake. But
listen, if you guys have been here, you guys know we're on TikTok, we're on IG, we're on Twitter.
We're gonna
video if you haven't yet, please. Thank you.
Yeah, but we'll get it back up for next. We'll get it back up just in time.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. We'll do that before the next show.
Cancun, interesting.
Listen, I've been there. Was it 3 times? I know I've gone twice for sure.
Wow, this guy been to Cancun twice.
Now listen, I went for vacationing purposes. Not, I know having to go there as a team that should still be in the playoffs, that
Mhm.
feels a little different. But
Yeah.
Cancun ain't bad, bro. Cancun is fun.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
gone there both single. I've gone there in a relationship. It's fun both times, you know. So
I
however
wanna
you go, enjoy yourself.
I wanna go to Tulum. I heard Tulum
Yeah,
is
I want to go there. The last time I went to Cancun, I actually wanted to go to Tulum, but I didn't go there. I went back to Cancun.
Tulum. I heard Tulum is where the vibe is right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, this show's about the Jacob Jetsu holiday because we out of here. But
Yeah, we out of here, folks, for real.
thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for checking out the episode.
Mm-hmm.
We do appreciate you, and we will be back either Wednesday or Thursday. It all depends on what
Yeah, I
happens in the
mean,
rest of these series.
it depends on if we get a game 5. Like, come on, anybody want to come back, tie a series, please? Thank you.
If anybody ties a series, I think I might get up and walk, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right, we out.
All right, later, guys. Peace.